Hi, this is Terry from Fabric Junction in Sturgis, South Dakota. And today our 6.5-inch block is called Arkansas Crossroads. Another great block using half square triangles and 4-patch. On the quilt, it is to my right, and I lost it again. Whoops, I don't want to point to the wrong one. Christopher knows exactly where it is. Here it is. There it is, and the other one is down low again. So, let's move on to our Arkansas Crossroads. You'll cut your pieces, and what you'll do is you'll do a 4-patch, and then you'll do a combination with your half square triangles. So first, we'll put the 4-patch together. And when I do my 4 patches, I'll have them stacked like this, or if I'm doing lots and lots and lots of them, I will sew my strips, come back and recut. Well, I'm not doing lots. So I went ahead and just cut my 4 and flop them over. The right over the left. And I keep them in that order. So that all I have to do is open them up, kind of do a little finger press to the dark, and I line up that seam. And if it doesn't want to stay lined up, go ahead and pin it. So I line up that seam, and I let the other sides just fall where they may. Because sometimes they're right on, sometimes one's a hair longer. The most important part of the 4-patch is to get that intersection lined up very nicely. So then I go to press, and now I look to the direction that I had finger pressed, and I like to flip it over, work on that other seam, and then press her down. There we go. So now that I have my 4-patch, we need to do some half square triangles. And to do that, I use my 1/4-inch marker. I line up, either I line up both ways. It depends on what I'm doing and how I feel that day. I'll line up the line on each point, and I'll draw my mark, or sometimes I actually line it up right on that corner and line up my mark here, and then I do my mark. And as you see, I just use a pencil on this, but you can use your regular marker. That's up to you, because that is the seam I'm going to stitch on. So unless I was doing white, I would not mark white with a pencil. I would want something that disappeared. But on a color like this, and I'm sewing on it, it's generally not seen from the other side. When I do my half square triangles, as you can see, I just turn them around and run them back through. Now on the large cutters, I use my rotary. On a smaller one, I just grab my scissors and I cut point to point. I go to my press and I press to the dark. And if something is giving you a little trouble, you got it, something doesn't want to lay, I spray a little of my best press on it to give it that extra lay. Get rid of my dog ears. Okay, I lay it out just like I did my 4-patch. And then I actually sew it together just like I did my 4-patch. I'll sew those two and those two. Now, once again, I have 4 sections. I sew this together just like a 4-patch. And then you'll have your beautiful Arkansas Crossroads. Now to make my pot holder, I do add, that sounds terrible. I add a border, and this one I kept it real simple because I do have a lot of color going on in it. So top, bottom, side, side. I have my border. Then I get my backing. I cut my back larger than I need. I add 1 layer of cotton batting, 1 layer of Insulbrite. I place my pot holder right on the top. I do a little bit of stitching. In this case, I did just a little bit of stitch in the ditch that you can see here. I have my binding. I added my binding, and I do show you that in another video, so make sure you check that out to bind. But take your scraps and make yourself a beautiful Arkansas Crossroads. So thank you for watching us here at Fabric Junction. Do check out our website and our other YouTube videos, and stop by and say hi if you get close to us. Thank you again.